Morning Britain with Piers Morgan and Susanna Reid.
Our main news at just after 7 o'clock. Britain faces a fresh round of cyber attacks this morning after the largest ever ransomware attack on Friday affected 200,000 computers across 150 countries.
Well, patients are being urged to use the NHS wisely as some trusts continue to deal with the fallout. Technology giant Microsoft says it should come as a wake-up call to governments. Richard Gaisford is the headquarters of a cyber-security company in Essex. Richard, obviously a complete catastrophe over the weekend for our entire NHS system, by the look of it. One question, where on earth is Jeremy Hunt, who has not been seen or heard since this started 3 days ago?
Yeah, they're very good at tracking computer viruses here in Essex, Piers. I'm not sure, though, they can find the Health Secretary, who has been absent, as you say, from comment on this. And a lot of people wanting to know what he knew, because it's being reported this morning that last summer he was told that there were vulnerabilities in the NHS network and that this very issue could happen unless action was taken. Now, Glasswall looks after companies right the way around the world, and you can see here, this is the live map of malware attacks, and you can see them popping up now across the place. They're expecting more of these red dots and white dots to appear, especially in Europe, as people get back into their offices and turn their computers on. As this virus comes for a second wave, what they're doing here is they're filtering every file that their clients are getting and looking for the bad code in it, and they say the problem is getting worse, and that is why all of us need to be looking at our security, and that is why the NHS in particular needs to be looking at updating its systems.
As workers log in for work this morning, experts are preparing for further damage. The most notable victim of Friday's attack, our health service, is still picking up the pieces after the virus paralysed IT systems.
If you have not heard from your hospital and you have an appointment, our message is you should attend your appointment as normal.
Already, more than 200,000 computers in 150 countries have fallen victim to what's being described as the biggest ever ransomware attack. It could have been far worse had it not been for Marcus Hutchins, a 22-year-old IT expert who stumbled across a kill switch in the ransomware code. But even he says there's no time to rest.
It's quite likely that the initial attackers may sort of rewrite their malware, take out the way we stopped it, and then start again.
Today, as companies around the world count the cost of this attack, the hackers are already looking for the next vulnerability in the system. Richard Gaisford, Good Morning Britain.
Well, that's our main news this morning. Now here's Charlotte with more on the campaign promises aimed at securing the working class vote.